right. Welcome back, everybody. Got a new one for you today, and actually this one has not been really put through its paces, but I wanted to show it off. Whoa. So, you know, I've got a lot of birds all around me. I got crows talking over here. I got a bunch of angry house finches over here going nuts. So if you hear birds in the background, yeah, the birds are at it today. And some kids a couple houses down. So this, my friends, is a Jaya Mata parang or parang. And I wanted to show this one off because this one actually took me a little while to track down and to get one of these. Because I really just wanted something very fundamentally basic. Look at that, it's got a little Indian chief head on it, I guess. Interesting design. And again, made by Jaya Mata. It's got a plastic handle that's essentially melted down into the hilt. And unfortunately, you know, if you were in Indonesia, this would be like a, I don't know, probably like a $15 or $20 knife. It wound up costing me about $50 just so I could get it all the way here. And a couple of the fun features about it: it's got a convex edge pretty much straight from the factory, because the way these are designed is that they're meant to be sharpened on a stone. And on top of that, on the very end of it, you can maybe see, it's got an angular sort of shape right on the edge, so you can use the edge of it to scrape bark or things like that. And then with that big handle, it allows you really to produce a very, very snappy, essentially a snap cut. And so it makes for a very, very good chopper that's not really hard on the hand too badly. Good fan of this knife, as you can see. And but what I actually have to say, the reason why, you know, this is great for splitting up coconuts and things like that, or chopping your way through bamboo or the jungle. And I do have quite a few machetes, and this one's a lot of fun. But I gotta say, if you take a quick look, also, I just want to point out, there's a blue backing right here. So this is differentially tempered. It's got a hardened edge, but they've softened the spine so it's a little bit more abuse resistant. Now, even through all that chopping, it's still pretty darn sharp. So what I'd like to show next is the reason why, if you were in Indonesia, this would be, or in this case, what is this? This is in Malaysia, okay? Same island, just different country and different language. But what I wanted to show off is that really the reason why these are so functional and so handy is that if you're out in the bush and you're not only chopping your way through the wilderness, but let's say you needed something that you could double as essentially a kitchen knife. And so they make actually for a fantastic, essentially a kitchen knife. If this is all you had and you needed to cut up an onion and get yourself ready to go, you know, for cooking for dinner and stuff like that, this thing would do a great job of that. And I just wanted to kind of demo this, just to kind of show off that, you know, it does a really bang up job of slicing up stuff. And again, if you're slicing up an onion, probably be just a little bit easier. But again, anything really. I mean, so aside from the parang functioning as both a heavy chopper when you're going through the bush and trying to cut your way through the wilderness, but it actually makes a really fantastic kitchen knife. And there's a few brands that are more available in the United States, but for whatever reason, I just had my heart set on one that had the proper labeling and all the stuff that came from Malaysia, from the Jaya Mata company, and kind of old school, the ones that back in the day, this was a lot more available. And they're a lot harder to sort of track down in the United States, at least to get a nice cheap one like this. But still highly, highly functional, high carbon steel. And so either way, that's what I got for you. And then of course, you know, no, I guess, video of mine would be complete if I didn't at least try to show you that even after all that, you know, having a nice convex edge on this, it still will get your feathers going. So before you, when you're cooking your meal, if you got to get out there and go ahead and get the fire started, you got ease to do that with a nice, well-made, classic parang. And yeah, so either way, produces some pretty decent little curls there. And again, now keep in mind, if you stone fist this thing when you go to whack on something, you're going to wind up kind of hurting your pinky a little bit. I found that out the hard way. And some people will recontour this and shape it. But what I recommend is actually keep it light so you're producing more of a snap cut. So you're sort of snapping that thing down and letting this section go into the palm. Okay? But otherwise, yeah, gotta love a nice classic parang. And otherwise, if you have any questions or you think I'm not doing this correctly, by all means, let me know in the comment section. Tell me what you think, and I appreciate you coming by.